I'm Christina Howard at Pearson Airport in the very same departure zone that accused sex offender Mark Holland may have walked through before he fled his life in Toronto and the justice system. Mark Holland, a club promoter and aspiring photographer, was 39 years old when he was arrested in March 2016, accused of sexually assaulting an aspiring model. Weeks later, several other victims came forward. He was charged with 5 counts of sexual assault and was granted bail. Changes to his bail conditions allowed him to work late and return to his $4,000 a month rental on Queens Quay. He didn't have to surrender his passport to the court.
Most people aren't flight risks. They're Canadian citizens. They lived here all their lives. They own property here. They have family here. And in those circumstances, it would be unusual to prevent someone who is yet to be convicted of a crime, to prevent them from traveling elsewhere in the world. The problem is some people take advantage of that leniency in those bail conditions.
And that's what Mark Holland apparently did. By June of last year, his Instagram showed he was no longer in Toronto, Ontario, or even Canada, but had fled to California. Lawyer Daniel Brown says Homeland Security wouldn't even know about the charges.
When people are entering into the United States, the U.S. government isn't often aware of the bail conditions that exist here in Canada. That's the first problem. The second is that it's only normally on a conviction that a person becomes ineligible to travel to other countries. So the fact that the person is still presumed innocent, even when they have outstanding charges, that isn't typically a bar to entering the United States or any other country.
A warrant was issued for his arrest in July, but he had already fled. And in February of this year, another warrant, this time a Canada-wide warrant. Police won't comment on whether or not they've located Holland's exact address in Los Angeles, but that's the first step in starting the extradition process.
It shouldn't be a difficult task. Once you know where a person is and you know they're wanted in Canada, it should be an easy process to arrest them and to have them sent back. It's a really easy process, and most people who are extradited are successfully extradited.
Since City News first broke this story last night, Holland has formally removed his Instagram account. Now, he does have another court date scheduled for next month. It's not clear if he will actually make an appearance, but his legal counsel has formally removed themselves from their case ever since Holland fled.